Yeah. Sure.
Please. Today we come to honor the memory of brother, friend, father, uncle, grandfather, many things, sibling, okay? We're here for that. And in order to do that well, we need to also bring in the universe, the spirit, God, whatever you choose to call him, to help us be here in the moment while we are here, understanding that there is no time like the present. We have to be in the present. So we ask you, Lord, to be with us as we go through this. Please bless the foods and the hands that prepared them. Bless all of those that contributed to making sure that we had food, the tent, and everything else. And now, if you're Catholic and would like to join me, bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we're about to receive from thy bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen.
Bon appetit.
How's the TV coming along?
Yeah.
Your TV will restart automatically.
All right, now what?
Right over there. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put on some.
Oh, is it on? It does. No, press the on button.
Can you press the on button on that thing that looks like a lamp? Should be on the very left.
Yeah.
So. I need to ask you.
Oh, I said. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's
That's.
That's right. A lot better. Oh.
We're spending the night. Yeah. The other people are leaving. He's got this bag of stuff and he was like, family members.
Yeah, I'm gonna read all that. Yeah. And then get Heidi by. It's starting. I'm just trying to get to my laptop. Got this TV.
Yeah. Stop reaching for your phone, Terry. Oh, joy. No, I'm gonna think about it. Yeah. One.
That's.
Nice, thank you. I've just, too much going on. Right.
Oh,
Remote, you got batteries?
yeah.
I don't care.
I wonder if that's me doing that.
It looks like you're paused or it's uploading. All right, I see your cursor. If you're gonna start a slideshow, this should be the time.
It's my computer's being an ass. Dang it. Come on, man.
Okay, the slides are moving.
Yeah, but they're moving when they should be moving. And then when they should be moving.
Now it says no signal. HDMI 2.
Yeah, I love them.
Okay.
This is like climb up on the shelf next. Hey, Mike.
Tom, this for you. On the amp. You don't need utensils.
Yeah.
I will. It's working.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move. Okay. So it works?
Yeah. I mean, it's not, well, it's not slide showing. It's.
How's it showing? No, let me, let's turn it a little bit this way.
It's going. But it's just stuck on a single slide. Are you gonna
Oh,
slide?
I need to find my remote.
That black thing, the little thing like this.
But you know, this, right now this is working. People can see.
Okay, I tell you what I can do though. I want to play that 1996 video.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send you a YouTube link right now. Okay.
I'm gonna eat something. How soon? I'm like home now.
Okay, I'm gonna message it to you right now. It's playing through the sounds. Oh.
Gotta take a picture of this.
Okay, this is California, August 1997. I just sent it to you. Unless I can cast to the TV.
You want me to cast to that thing?
Yeah, if you can.
I can. Let me set that up first.
Let's try this. Elwood. Hey, Elwood.
Hello, hello.
Let's see. So we're looking at your. I'm gonna do something real quick. Hang on. A second. Oh, I'm connected to it.
I should be able to kick you off.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna do. No.
You didn't like it.
So I'm doing something different now.
Hey, look.
I think I'm playing it. I'm gonna play this one.
Go get my phone, 'cause I can't see down the line.
There we go. The formal program will begin shortly. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I don't know if
Okay,
you
and
can
I
hear me. I don't know why the video froze.
So. I don't think that's how it works. Whoa. So. Lo voy a empezar otra vez. I'm gonna start it again, okay?
Okay.
So I wanted to be able to see it. It's a
What happened to
YouTube
my
video
camera?
from a 30-year-old VHS tape, so it is what it is.
Hola, mija.
Hola.
We're gonna get started here probably in about 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. I'll hang on.
I'm gonna go out, come back in.
Hi, Uncle Elwood.
Hey, can you see me?
No.
Hold on, let me. I don't know what happened.
Uy, uy, uy. Uy, uy, uy. Mira. ¿Quién es? Uncle Elwood. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Now can you see me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at you. You getting bigger and bigger. How old are you now?
5.
5? You got a girlfriend?
No.
No? Okay. It's better to play the field. You wanna be a free agent.
Yeah.
You got a car?
You got a car?
A race car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit a nerve there.
Yeah. Just before bedtime. Let's see if we can get him back.
Oh, yeah. What time is it there?
It's 8:40.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How about, are you in
He's
Kansas?
probably gonna. Actually, I'm in Las Vegas right now.
That's all right then.
Yeah. Wow. This is kind of cool. See, this is all kind of new to me. I've only done maybe 4 Zooms.
Okay. Do you want to show him the race car then?
See what you got.
A race car.
Oh my gosh. Do you give your race cars names?
Yeah.
What's that one called?
Speedy.
Speedy. Oh, what's your absolute favorite? What's your favorite car?
This car.
That one is? Oh man. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
It's a different one is.
Well, go on then.
Oh, okay. I'll be here.
Mommy, this old book. My book.
How's your weather these days?
Bah, Uncle Elwood. I'm in England. It's a bit crap. Really.
Is it always rainy and overcast? Is that real?
Right?
Is it that one? Oh yeah. Is it?
It depends on whether you drive or not. They're my Santa Claus. Like, oh, right.
Uncle Elwood. This
Yes.
is my favorite.
Yeah, but the
Let
alternative
me
is
see.
This
nudity.
is my favorite.
This one's your favorite? What's it called? Does it have a name?
Amy.
Amy? Amen?
Amy.
Me and
Okay.
Amy. Oh,
Hi, Uncle Elwood.
yeah. Hi, how are you, sweetheart?
Good.
Look
You
at
getting ready
you,
for
looking
bed?
all grown. How old
Okay.
are you now?
Sorry, one sec. David, tienes que llevar. Sorry, 1 second. Just gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Remember, when you look like this, there I don't have so much chin. You see? It's not. Well, no.
Oh, they're showing a video. Can you see the video?
Sort of. It was like, oh, I can see Dad there. Is that my brother?
Yeah. Let's see.
Very funny. Very funny. Luigi says that.
Rutabaga, rutabaga, rutabaga.
Tough angle.
Yeah. I want to see what's happening.
Yeah, that's
Henry, it's gonna take, look, this stuff. Right, okay. That's the problem. You hang on to that. Yes, just hold the power strip. Okay. Ready, set. Right up the, ready, good, go. If you're at 7. Can we get another, hey, but we're on a cord there, look. Can you pull that cord? I should have said keep the cord. Yeah, that's right.
I'm envisioning a TV crashing.
1 more inch. 1 more inch. Okay. Henry, that's what she said.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oops.
Back to it.
Back. Oh, too far.
Use your knees. Use
Yeah.
your knees. Don't be lifting with your back now.
There you go. There you go. You're going to need that in later years.
I need it now. What are you talking about? What is that? I don't know which 2 over.
Okay, so we got a basketball team.
Okay.
They are.
And now we just make up our own narrative.
Can I have your question, please? Hello? We have a
Hello?
program for you.
Happy birthday to you.
My bad.
Happy birthday
Happy birthday, dear.
Henry, also known as Uncle Henry, also known as Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
And many more on Channel 4 and Scooby-Doo on Channel 2.
Is Dancing Bear gonna get in?
He doesn't know. Does everyone know?
That's why he keeps us
Once
going.
again, thank you for the amazing turnout. I would have got the 30-footer. I mean,
Yeah, somebody walked by.
Marie.
a little later on, after actually Terry's gonna start things off, and later on
Give me a minute, I
have
have
a
to see if I can do
slideshow.
something.
Which, by the way, I asked for pictures and I was overwhelmed and doing some door fixing and stuff, and I didn't get all your pictures in here. But there's 101 photos, and so I hope you like them. Everyone will see someone they know. By the way, how many of you can trace your DNA back to Abuelita? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. And
I'm probably
without
gonna
further
put this
ado,
on, no,
by the way, for those of you who don't know,
I want to be able to see
I'm Mario's
that
brother.
slideshow.
Knuckles.
So
Everybody.
I think we're changing the input back to TV as my starting point, right? So,
it's that, but
okay, can you do that? So I don't have
you want
to,
to do that first?
I just want to have it available.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be speechifying y'all, but this is, and see if you can,
What's that? The bear, the dancing bear or King Wall?
See if we can get it.
I can't see it from here.
that's family room.
Yeah. Hey, while she's sorting this out, thank you again for everybody who helped out
I can't see it.
in many ways financially, and
What's
make
doing-
Lysics for setting up the buffet.
I don't
And
think that's good.
No, that's it.
Every-
Family room first?
Yeah. No, family room.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
Kim,
airplay, so does it say?
wow,
081.
wow, this is amazing. Hey, has anyone seen my son? Well, okay, I have my son and his wife live a 10-minute drive from here, along with my 2 grandsons, and we're expecting them any minute.
Okay, so
There's Scott.
I think we need to move this
I'm
backwards
Josh.
a few feet. You guys stay where you are, but we're gonna move
Scott,
everything
Josh, and
backwards a
Jen
little
just
bit.
showed up.
You're gonna have to move everything backwards a few feet because we got more people that are not gonna.
Hey, how about we do this? Let's just postpone this for
Oh,
2
they
minutes.
weren't talking about it.
Adjust the furniture. We'll get more. We can move all this against the wall, and we can fit everyone in here. We're gonna have to
And then
open that
keep
wall
eating.
up completely because it's gonna get hot. So I'm just gonna take down that, as Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev,
It's all
tear
good.
down this wall. So we're gonna tear this wall down.
We're gonna start moving stuff back.
Okay.
Who would like
You
to
got it.
volunteer to help tear that wall down?
That's it.
You want this wall down?
Okay, so now you-
Look, look, look.
Thank you.
This one, let them slide
Figure
it.
that out.
Okay, I'll see you in 1 minute.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the YouTube video back on.
If you want to help by physically lifting stuff, you're welcome to do that.
But we only need like 2 people because if we get too many,
Terry, Elisa, and I'll let her you can turn up or turn the laptop. Oh, there they are. Hey.
there they are. Welcome.
I think so.
Is it okay if we just take it down so we can see, everybody can see them? The audience.
Yeah. The power cord. Pick it up, take it wherever you want.
Oh, wow, everybody's there.
Oh yeah. Oh, hello. Hi. Hello.
But
How you doing?
I've been instructed for a
Hi.
walk.
Hey.
Hello, Jojo. Jojo, we're coming to see you. Not too long. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Wi-Fi hole.
Looks like it's a nice day.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I think that's Uncle Rick's house. I don't know whose house that is.
And my brother and elbowed out.
Hey, how you doing?
how you doing?
Hi,
Wow, long
cousin
time no
Johnny.
see.
Long time no see.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were just a frozen picture.
I move.
You didn't move. How you doing?
Move, Josephine, so he can see you.
So where are you right now?
The UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everything going good with you guys?
Yeah, good. It's busy, you know.
Who's the
Two little
one
ones.
close to you?
This is Josephine
I
and
just-
David. Say hi. That's Johnny. That's my cousin Johnny. Say hi. Hi. And that's Diana. Hi.
How you doing?
Nothing less than some guys.
I saw Lisa last about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. All right, let's see who else we can say hello to.
Hello.
Say hello to cousin Elisa and Uncle Owen.
It's Anthony, Ricky's son. He's 20.
Hi.
How old is he?
Crazy.
How old
21.
is he? 21.
I'm 5'1", so there you go.
Oh my gosh. He's 21?
21.
How can that be? I'm only 25.
What?
Touch everybody. Bye.
Wow.
So nice to see you guys. Even
Time
if
just
it's
goes
like
too
this.
fast.
Love you.
I love you.
Just say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, it's Lisa and Simon. Lord Simon.
That's so
Yeah, that-
awesome. You get
Oh,
to
wait.
be there. Virtually.
Hey, look, it's an older version of me.
Hey.
Bad
Booch. Hey, Elwood.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Wow, long time no see.
Hi, Elwood.
Hey, how you doing, Memo?
Can't hug you. I was sick. I can't hug you.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I heard that the new strain of COVID can be transmitted over the telephone. Yeah. Is that true?
Well, it is true, but Zoom has a filter for that. So we're safe.
Is that what you're on a laptop and I'm saying, who is that old man? That's me. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Keely? Wait a minute, we're not hearing you.
All right.
Oh, you heard her? Oh.
Oh, Uncle Roy. Oh, okay. I just
Really? Oh,
Say hello.
Hi.
hello.
How you guys doing?
good. Okay.
Good.
No. So,
1 second.
are you traveling with? Yeah.
Josephine, es hora de dormir.
Hi.
No, we won't. A dormir.
So, he said,
Oh, silly.
Right in Florida.
Okay.
Silly.
Who's doing the tour? I don't know who's behind the camera. Is it Aunt Terry?
No, she was doing it before. I don't know who's doing it now.
Oh, maybe it's Maria. Oh no, that's Aunt Terry. What?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
right now.
Hi. Get
It's like
ready
a
for it,
who's-
Uncle Elwood.
It's like a who's tour.
To the side, to the left. We can't hear you.
I'm not hearing.
get ready for the slideshow.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on, let me increase
yeah,
the
you
volume.
probably slideshow because the glare on me, we can't see it. And now we lost Lisa's picture.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? Hi. Lisa was here a minute ago.
And Elf,
There she is.
Hello.
where'd JoJo go?
Oh, they went to bed. Very late.
Yeah,
There's a skill set.
new personalities.
He's trying to, keep the camera steady.
You're doing so well.
That is sucking.
Stop.
Hi to cousin Steph.
Where is she?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Do I look cool now?
You do.
Daddy
There
Rich?
you go.
Yeah.
Remember Cool Daddy Rich? That was a rapper. That was known as Cool Daddy Rich.
Still is.
Cool Daddy Rich. Wow. That's a heck of a tent.
It is. Yeah.
Got heaters and everything.
We still don't know who's doing this tour.
Oh,
I think it's Maria. Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I can't hear anything.
I don't know. And I don't know who all these people are.
That's Kim. It's Kimby.
Oh,
And
okay.
Petra.
I'm back up front.
Hello. And Uncle Roy there. Hi.
Yep.
Hey, Bob.
I don't know how that is.
Oh.
That's Bob Frankowick. He's from the
Oh
neighbor.
yeah, know him by name.
Yeah.
It's good to see you all, at least on Zoom.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Hi.
Did you say hi to Keely yet?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, everybody.
Keely, come say hi on Zoom. Did you say hi? Oh, okay.
Everybody.
Video of a video.
Infinity.
Oh, a video. Hey. Smile. You're on candid camera.
All right, camera one. Go sit down.
Was that you?
That
Was
was
that you the whole
me.
time? Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the
Nancy
tour.
Memo just said here.
Oh, well done.
Take this
Thank
around
you
to
so
say
much.
hi to everyone.
No,
Thank
you've done
you.
well. Thank you.
Thank you very
Try to
much.
keep steady camera. Glad you all could be with us in spirit.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna set this back up towards the front so you'll still be able to see the time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Feel free to hand out hugs on our behalf as well. Although you have done your work now. You've done the camera. Done your bit now.
Your duties have been fulfilled.
Duty. Oh,
Did a
boy.
duty.
Duty.
Okay. She's going downstairs. Is she going down the second flight? There's Pop Sing. Pop sings forever.
Yeah. So good.
Because why not, right?
This is an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
That was kind of Maria to do that, actually.
Yeah, that actually was. See now, right now with the camera set up like that,
So I'm
when
gonna
you guys
my
lived on
Jennifer
Vista,
video.
this is where David would do his magic trick.
Oh, yeah. Well, the new generation of Davids is partial to a bit of that kind of magic as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could see
Well,
that repeating itself.
I see a lot of old David and new David.
Where little David has now becometh big David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I definitely think that we should have synchronized to make it look like it was a roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. This is funny.
Also, Brian is like here, and I don't know if he's finding this as entertaining as we are, but hello.
It's all
Oh, he is here. Uh-oh. Good thing we didn't talk
I know,
about
when
it.
does the 12:30 meeting start?
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew it was gonna be a bit.
It's all good.
You missed the roller coaster.
Oh, no, we watched
Yeah,
as
we were
Maria gave the
watching.
tour. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been here all along.
oops. Well, that's me on mute then.
No, doing?
Oh boy. How are you guys doing?
Funny.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Now,
Okay.
where are you guys?
Tampa at the moment.
Tampa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite
How's
as
your
weather. Weather's pleasant at the moment. It's like high 50s, but
It's been getting pretty cold at night, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tampa cold, Florida cold. I mean,
Yeah.
like 40s. Yeah. So
yeah, well,
Well, you
I
can
got a
all stop
buddy.
showing off now with your
Yeah.
good weather and your sun.
it's
Oh,
like,
come on. How cold could it be in the UK?
I don't know in Fahrenheit anymore.
What is
But
it in
yeah,
Celsius?
it's about -7 now. So maybe it's not that bad.
-7.
It's just the rain that makes it ugly and horrible. So
So you get rain all the time then?
mm,
Really?
it's like Seattle weather. Mm.
It's not as
But what-
bad as that movie Angela's
Ladies
Ass,
and
was it?
gentlemen
Sorry.
of all ages, all species of humans that might be in the area, the time has begun.
Is it a wedding dance?
What's next? Can everyone please make their way here? There will be ample time for visiting following the formal presentation, which should not take longer than 30 minutes or so. So if you have to pee, go ahead and do it. Yeah, Maria's going to be in charge of making sure that they can see this part. I just need to do some announcements. First of all, if you have not signed the books of remembrance, do that before you leave. Take a minute to do that. And I know that we're all coming in and not paying attention to me, Stephanie. Okay. So while this is an informal gathering, there are some formal things to it, and that means do your best to be respectful of everything that's going on. If somebody, breaks into tears or whatever, mostly me. And I'm going to do the best I can. Now, Mario was born in 1957. I was born in 1959. Were the two dangly bits at the end of my mother's uterus. So.
Karen, did you just say be respectful?
Apparently, it's do as I say and not as I do. So I asked my daughter Maria to do the laptop thing, and she's going to come over here and get it eventually.
Glad you said laptop. I know. You paused a little bit.
It was the pause.
All right, either that or we're going to stick it on the end of this table, which I don't want to do. Stick it on the end of the table just so that, because, most of you that know me for, more than 30, 40 years, know that I was a performer, that I was very, very fortunate. Is that my Ring doorbell going off? Are you sure? It could be. My dog, you took the dog poop out the backyard, unfortunately, and I'm casting to this, so. I was very fortunate to be raised in a family of extremely gifted people, musically, the gift of gab, whatnot, and sometimes we're a hard lot to take. But because of that, and being the youngest, although, technically Johnny and Sandy are my little brother and sister, because of the 2 years older, 5 years older, whatever, and. This is not part of my prepared speech. This is me trying to get in the moment. So I eventually got to be a professional musician, and it was through God's divine providence that I joined the Air Force when I did, and I worked on airplanes, and then I did some performing in a non-professional group, and then I got in the Air Force band and spent the last 19 of my 27 and a half years in the Air Force as a professional entertainer. And I remember being very proud of the fact that out of all of these very talented people who had more schooling and more practice than I did, I was actually making money in it. I was actually I was in the military, but I was still a professional musician. And then I carried that on to my retired life. And Mario did that too. And I thought that was pretty cool. So Elvia said, are you gonna say something or give the eulogy? And I said, I had a front row seat to Mario's childhood. So I guess that's only appropriate that I should do so. But it is my memories of him. They may include you. Sorry, they may not. I may not be able to name everyone by name, but it's not because you weren't important to him. It's because I wasn't there. So here I go. I'm reading from notes. Hopefully I will. I lived in a house with a revolving door, 1060 Del Valle. Now, granted, my siblings had lived in other houses before then, and I was there, but I don't remember. Revolving door. What I mean by that is I never knew who was going to be in the next bedroom over, whether it's a cousin, whether it's my sister that became adopted. I was 9 years old before I found out Memo was not related to me. Well, related, but yeah, whatever.
Distant
Yeah, no. We're cousins with everybody on the planet. If you haven't learned about DNA, it started and then so we're all related. So we were constant companions as the two youngest, and it was fun. Sometimes it was small, but one of the things that we would do and kind of cemented our friendship was the fact that we were always sick together. It's like one of us would get the measles, the next one would get the measles, and then we'd spend 3 days at home building blanket forts in the living room and whatnot, and making up things, making up games, just whatever. It was very important. We drank red onion juice for our coughs. Does anybody remember drinking red onion juice? Take a purple onion and you scrape it, and then you add a little sugar. Yeah, there you go. It's like, and it's actually a very valid thing. So Mario did some really astonishing things for a person, just a regular person. And I'm going to give you the first one. These are things that I'm grateful for. When I was 3 years old, 3.5 years old, you may or may not silence your cell phones. I don't really give a crap. Sorry. When I was 3.5 years old, it was a time when my mother was sewing in the house. She would bring home these clothing from the factory. She was a professional seamstress and she worked in factory. She mostly was, by the time I came around, she was a floor lady. She wasn't just on the floor making things. But there was a time she wanted to be home. So she was bringing home things from the factory and sewing, 87 pockets and went my dollar bill. That's a Henry story. That's for his funeral. And Mario had gone to kindergarten. And in kindergarten, they talked about how letters come together and form words. So he came home from kindergarten one day, and I remember this, he was selling this green hassock, and he taught me how to read. And we were reading like, See Spot Run type of books, whatever. And he runs in, Mom, Terry can read. No, she can't read. No. So she starts pointing to words. And of course it was imperfect, but he taught me how to read. So I became an inveterate reader, read so much my whole life. It got me most of the information in my brain comes from the reading that I did. So that's one thing that I'm extremely grateful to inform. It's important to remember the things you're grateful to. When I was about 4 and he was maybe 5, 6, we're 17 months apart. We went to Fairgrove Elementary School and we were at a Halloween costume contest. And we were wearing traditional outfits from, I have no idea, but we looked like we belonged in the Three Amigos. There was a prize. So we're walking together as a couple, and he pushed me up the stairs a little bit, and I won $2. So I'm grateful for that, although my mother kept it for me. So, a couple of little memories is we had a bottle of tequila with a worm in it. And that bottle of tequila with the worm in it was in the bottom of a piece of furniture, which might be in Rosemary's or the Abelson house, right? It has little doors in the bottom. Yeah. And it was like a gallon bottle of no-name tequila, but there was a worm in it. And we used to open the door and stare at the worm. Okay. So Fairgrove Elementary School, we lived right around the corner. It's in La Puente, by the way. Some of the things that we liked doing was going to the movies at the Edgewood Drive-In movies. Great. Remember, these are my memories. We wear pajamas. My mother would make popcorn in a full-size shopping bag. No lie. She'd be popping popcorn for about half an hour and fill up that shopping bag because you are not going to the snack bar. Sorry, it's just not happening. And we'd go and play on the swings dressed in our pajamas and socks. Oh my gosh, we were like animals. Some other very good memories were Christmas Eves at Carmen's house, which if you were there, you know, it was a party and a half. Although I was probably about 15 before I found out that Christmas was on the 25th of December and not the 24th, because everything happened on the 24th and we just slept on the 25th. But like I said, that's just my memory. So Mario also played the violin. Did you know that? He took piano lessons and he played the violin. I played the violin for 6 months. I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and I was terrible. And I said, I'm not taking violin anymore. Thankfully, I had the piano to fall back on. That's all good. One of the things that we did as we got a little bit older and he was still playing the violin is we do duets. Well, we did one duet, but we did one duet like 800 times. People come to the house, play Santa Lucia. Right, whatever. Can't stand that scene. Moving on. So there are people in this room that, of course, were important to our childhood, and I'm just doing a little gratitude list here to Roy and Rosemary Abelson. Took us to Disneyland for the very first time. I was 9, he was 11, and they took us to Disneyland, and that was kind of a really big deal, and it figured very importantly in the rest of my life. My kids are Disney fanatics. You know, it's really important. So thank you for taking us to Disneyland. There's a lot of other things. I'll save it for next time. So Mario did not only speak Spanish and English and Spanish, but he also did learn German when he lived in Germany. But the most important other language that he and I shared was the alphabet, okay? The sign language alphabet. He taught it to me, and we would use it to communicate across the room to each other when we were saying the rosary in our living room in the evenings. So we're going, what did he? It was in Spanish, by the way. Some days we had to esto es ahora.
I will text Maria to see if she can troubleshoot.
There's a cutout of a pop sing in the top
Yeah.
right.
Thank you for telling us about swiping. I didn't know that I could see the full screen.
Yeah, I was just obsessed with looking at my face. It's like, I need to look at my face too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Technology, can't live with it, can't live without it, right?
Well, I mean, this wouldn't be possible without this, would it? So
No, I mean, this is actually pretty cool.
Mom couldn't connect. I don't know why. Something's up with her computer, so that's why we're recording. So yeah, I don't know. And David isn't home at the minute, so he's working, so he couldn't sort it out for her. But it's recorded, so Mom will be able to watch it after.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Will she be able to hear all of my remarks?
She's gonna love that. She'll be doing the roller coaster with us.
Yeah. Wee! Wee! Whee! Woo!
But it's like the climbing.
Clunk, 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 clunk. Whee! Ah! Oh, I forget Brian can see us.
Yeah. Simon's just like, okay, a regular conversation with the family. Oh, dear.
Hi, Brian.
Do we know what's happened? Oh, you're muted.
I said, I wonder if when Maria did the tour and she put the laptop down, if she forgot to plug it in and the battery died.
You're right.
Oh, that makes sense.
I texted our family group chat with Maria, Ben, and Ed, and Mom to see if they would check it, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Yep.
Appreciate the update.
What? Maybe you can get them to Maria to dial in on her phone. For the meantime, I'll ask.
Perfect.
Is it my turn?
One sec.
Well, heck, if everybody else is doing it. Of course, I don't know how to do it. Your uncle's not very tech savvy in this. How's everybody turning off their cameras?
But definitely keep narrating all your steps and thoughts. That's
Yeah.
You go right ahead. Take us on the journey with you, Uncle
Yeah.
Owen.
Now, what do I do here?
Mhm.
I've seen them muted.
Okay, so at the bottom of your screen, excuse me, if you just tap on the screen, you should see from left to right, mute, stop video, share content, participants. Mute yourself, that little microphone.
Okay. So if I start going A, B, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, that would mean that I have it. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well
Now,
done.
lesson number 2. Let's see, where stop video. Would that be, I did it, but you can still hear me though.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
like
And then I hit, see now, I would have paid a lot of money to do that.
oh man, should have sent you the bill.
Yeah.
Missed
That's okay.
opportunity.
I'll send you an email address that you can send it to. Okay, so I tap there and it tells me the participants. Oh, okay. And then what's this last one? More, but wait, there's more. Meeting settings, background and effects, disconnect audio, raise hand. Okay, how do I unraise my hand? That's not it. Maybe I tap the screen again and go back to more and lower hand. I'll be at the top of the class soon, I can tell. Okay, what else is under more? Ooh.
Lol.
I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Do you know what would be nice? Is, do you remember Wonka Vision, where that little boy is in the television in Willy Wonka? Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie?
No, I don't remember that.
With like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Huh?
And basically they have like food on the TV and then they can take the food from the TV and I saw about 3 dishes in today's Zoom that I would have wanted to just go into the camera and eat, because
Oh,
we don't get
yeah.
that kind of good food here.
Doesn't Long Vision shrink the food?
Oh, he does. It'd be tiny, wouldn't it? I need a full tray. Mm. You're so smart, Brian. I'll never make vision
That's
work.
funny. Well, you would just have to eat more.
There you go.
I-
Sample more.
Yeah, you just have to, we lose money on every sale, but we make it up in volume.
There's actually a lady here who's from Texas. She lives on the outskirts of London, and her name is Texas Deb. And she makes huge batches of tamales and then freezes them and then sends them to people all over the country. Now, each one of them is like 12 pounds. So I don't know what the dollar is now. So what is that? Maybe about $15 or $16?
Oh, I thought she was making 12-pound tamales. I was going to say, that's a big tamale.
No, I buy that. I would buy- These are like morsels.
Wait a minute. 12 pounds per tamale? Wow. I need to go in the tamale business in England.
Step 1, how to make tamales. Oh, damn. It's hard.
Well, I'll buy them here wholesale, free ship them. I mean, if I'm getting 12, I mean, if even I'm getting $12 a piece, I mean, 12 pounds, what's that, a good $15, $16?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just haven't got the patience for it. I don't think I've ever made them.
So if I want to send a Christmas gift, I'll just send you a bunch of tamales and you can sell them.
Like this idea. Let's start like, instead of drugs, because that wouldn't be good. Let's do tamales.
Yeah. We'll be the tamale cartel.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
It's a
look
good
into this. I mean, there's a
There's
possibility here.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to run some numbers and just check if it's
Yeah.
viable.
Yeah, look at alternative speedy transportation costs. Hey, Brian flies, doesn't he? How much carry-on do you get, Brian?
I do. You probably gonna find my plane. It's loud and noisy.
Yeah. Hey, you want to haul some tamales to England?
Sure.
Come on down.
Uh,
An unusual flight activity in the southwest of England where there's farms only. What is going
Southwest of England, Land's End, right?
Sorry?
Land's End.
Oh, not that far. So that's like Cornwall way. We're in outside of Bristol.
Okay, so I flew into Lynham, I think was the name of the airfield. Was it Lynham? I don't know. It was south of London. We flew there. We did low level out through Land's End, following all the different lighthouses. It was pretty neat.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But yeah, it's actually in United States sort of distances. It's quite close. But for us, for some reason, it just feels like an eternity to get there, and the roads aren't really great to get down there. But I know what you mean. Yeah, it's gorgeous down there. Lots of cliffs.
Yeah.
okay, so he's doing low level anyway.
Yep.
He could just drop a bag of tamales out the back.
We'll draw a massive X where he needs to drop them so he can see them. We're not animals. We're sophisticated.
We'll be the tamale connection.
Yeah. Make sure Texas Deb doesn't get wind of it, or she'll.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I hear the tamale business is pretty cutthroat.
I haven't heard back from anybody there. If you guys want to try and text somebody.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead.
All right.
I had Veronica on before, so let's see if I can.
I will try and call my brother. 1 second.
Okay.
Tamale connection. I love it. We'll have to get T-shirts to say the tamale mafia, the tamale cartel. I'm sorry, we have to update our lingo.
No, we need to figure out a family name, Uncle Elwood. There's just so many things. And not give us away. Like it needs to be something really spooky, like scary. Like
Yeah. So our tamales would be branded with Pop Sing. That's how you know it's ours. That's how you know it's ours. Branding is everything. When people see that Pop Sing, they'll know it's quality.
Oh, they'll know. You won't even have to say anything. You'll just be like, whoop,
That's
show
right.
them. Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe
They
like
got the
tattoo
Pop
one
Sing.
here. I'll tattoo one here. Just give me some street cred. They'll know. Like, oh, that's that.
She's got a Pop Sing. Oh.
California Lisa, not Texas Deb. California Lisa.
Yeah, there you go, California Lisa.
It's not as scary as wait. I don't know.
Yeah.
Texas Deb is just a lot more
Well, maybe we
rolls
need
off
to
the
pick a
tongue.
city, Yeah.
Pasadena Lisa. Ugh, that sounds awful. No.
Slummarino.
Slummarino. Hardly.
I used to love that when your dad would say, we're not in North San Gabriel, we're in Slummarino.
Yeah. Messaged Veronica, but I don't know. Let me try and get Carmel.
Ben says he's working it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
We'll tell him to start over.
Oh, Carmel's on now. We're disconnected. Oh, Tia Elvia is fixing the Zoom. We ran out of power. You called it. Well done.
Very good. Well, Brian knows all that technical stuff.
Sorry?
It's like I did it myself before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Man speaks from experience. Oh. We ran out of power. Okay. Well, I need to say thank you. Oops. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
You realize though that the person, whoever now watches this, I'm on mute. Am I on mute? No, I'm not. Oops. Can you imagine? Imagine I would have said something really bad. Like, oh, there she is. Okay.
Hi.
They take it all away.
Terry
One more
is singing.
day, one more hour is all I want. To say the things that I forgot to say. One more day, one more moment, then give me wings. All my heart desires, this I pray. One more day to reflect upon a lifetime. One more day may not be enough, I know. One more second may not make a difference to anyone. But I'll see it, though my wish won't make it so. One One more day, one more minute, one more second. One more day, one more moment to love. I ask the Lord to give me just that moment to hold you in my heart. And that will have to be enough. To hold you in my heart. And that will have to be enough.
Thank you. But I digress. So now it's 1977, and I decided to join the Air Force. He tried to talk me out of it, and he didn't. He was not successful because it was a real inspirational message that came to me in a dream, whatever. I was like visited by the three wise guys. It was, I'm going to join the Air Force because my life, my career, that's all happened. And he wanted me to stay in California. I said, no, I got to go. This is where I have to be. So he said, okay, I'm going to join the Air Force too. He was the one that found the Air Force recruiter that we went to in El Monte. His name was Master Sergeant Mike Custis. We called him the Cust. Well, no, we did the Mario, the Cust. We called him the Cust, and we were both going to join the Air Force. Oh. So I went to basic training March of 1978, and 4 weeks later, Mario joined me there. We had made a plan to meet at Chapel number 3 at Lackland Air Force Base, and which meant he was in this squadron, I was in that squadron, whatever. We were going to meet at, and I was further along in my training, so I'm wearing my blue uniform. He's wearing the speckle suit, the green fatigues, and I'm walking down the street, heading my way to where I'm going. And this group of 4 guys walk by me. And I'm going, and all of a sudden I hear, Rosales! I turned around and it was Mario without hair. He had longer hair than I did at that time. I literally didn't recognize him. So we were able to be in basic training for 2 weeks. My last 2 weeks of training was his first 2 weeks of training. And that was really important because I went to say goodbye to him. I was leaving the next day for Keesler Air Force Base, and he was at the base theater being an usher for this show called Tops in Blue. Now, I'd seen the Tops in Blue show earlier in the day, and I found out it was active duty people that had regular Air Force jobs. They were not in the Air Force band, but they did a talent show, and then they could tour the air bases all over the country and either Europe or the Japan Eastern Theater. And I'd seen that show and I thought, wow, that was really good. By the way, that was the first time I ever saw her dad was in that show. So I went to say goodbye to him, and he said, you see that? You see those girls know what they're doing? You could do that. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Well, actually, I did the very next year. We tried always to see each other as often as possible. And I made 2 trips to California that first year that I was in the Air Force, once in June and then again in August when he was getting ready to go to his next level of training. You'll see some of the pictures that I have. A lot of those pictures are from that time. So he was a crew chief, and his training was much shorter than mine was. And you didn't get your orders to your first military base until you had been about 2/3 of the way through your training. So as it happened, we got our orders at exactly the same time. He wanted more than anything to go to McCord Air Force Base. I wanted more than anything to go to Europe. He went to Germany. I went to McCord. Thank you. And he learned to speak German. He got a tattoo of a pop sing on his arm. It was really tiny little pop sing with an eyebrow. You know, so small you might not even know it existed. He met Uli, and then they moved to Eglin. He still always made an effort to see me. I was in the talent contest again, and they drove from Eglin Air Force Base to Keesler Air Force Base so they could see me doing that. In 1982, January, I visited him in Niceville, Florida, which is where Eglin Air Force Base is. Uli had just found out she was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant. And I was just tired, and all Uli and I wanted to do was nap while Mario was working. He was on 12-hour shifts, and he come like, "Hey, let's go out." I was like, "No, I just want to take a nap." But so that 1982 was a really important year. In July, we visited our mom in Apple Valley and took the famous pregnancy picture of Maria's dad and Mario and Uli and myself. So September of '82, Ricky was born on Maria's due date. Yeah, like that. Well, not only that, though, if my child, because back then we didn't have to know, and we didn't know what the sex of the baby, we could have found out, but it wasn't done routinely. If my child had been a boy, she would have been called Richard, for my brother Rick, by the way. She would have been, but instead she's named after Mario. So the story I told later is that she's named after my mother, Maria de la Luz. But the real story is she was named after Mario. Yeah. That's another funny story. They had to take me, I was going to Mexico when I was like 6 years old, and they had my birth certificate to prove I was actually belonged to this family. So I go with mom to Guadalajara or Mexico City, whatever. They took Mario's birth certificate, and in red pen over the black ink, they put an A on the end instead of the O. I'm not kidding. And I was like, that was her way of fixing the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So moving on to the 1980s, I'm getting close to the end of where I'm going to talk. He worked for Coca-Cola and drove a country truck and listened to KRIC 101. KRIC 101. And he would listen, he only had AM radio, I think, though. When he would listen to the radio stations, and he one day told me, he said, "You ever notice how girl is like in every song from the 50s, like girl, you'll be a woman soon," whatever, just girl, girl, girl. Well, instead of saying girl, he would say squirrel, because that's who we are. So you're people that cannot pronounce or say things or use the correct word for anything. We have to use a different word, and that word was squirrel. So I adopted that, and to this day, my daughter Maria is named the squirrel. She's been the squirrel ever since. He did some things for me. He took me to dinner at the Space Needle, and if you know about trying to get into a meal at the Space Needle, it's a thing, and it was beautiful, and I've never been back because I can't afford it. In 1986, he made a surprise visit to Tacoma wearing a dinosaur suit. He had his camcorder on his shoulder, right? He's banging on the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, and honestly, I think I've been drinking. I don't know. I open the door, and there's a gigantic dinosaur staring me in the face with a camcorder, and I'm like, "Huh?" And he wouldn't say a word. "Hello, can I help you?" "Hello." It was crazy. Yeah. So he did a variety of different jobs. He worked for a hose fitting company and Z Medical. And then he started doing the voiceover and acting work, which, that was a thing. He took a class with Matt Perry. I'm sure he told you that. He was on Win, Lose or Draw. Won enough money to pay me back some money he'd borrowed. Of course, by now there's Jessica and there's Christina and their mom. And oh yeah, it's funny. I went to visit. It's before the girls were born. They were in this little apartment, and it was Christmas time, and he had like a Christmas train display with 4 different letters: Noel, Noel. I walk into the bathroom, it says Leon, and I go. Every Christmas since then, for over 35 years, my Noel says Leon. Oh, seriously, I'm getting to the end. Just remembering a couple of little things. In 1995, he took me to a Dodger game. I hadn't been to a Dodger game. We saw Hideo Nomo pitch. The Dodgers won. They were ahead by like 7 runs, and in typical fashion, we showed up late and we left early, and they almost lost the game that day, but thankfully that didn't happen. So in 95, I got orders to Germany, and I went to Germany. I finally got, 18 years after I joined, I finally got my wish to go to Germany. In 1997, our mom got sick, and I came home and spent a month being around mom. I said, I'm just gonna be here for mom, and do this with mom. And didn't do a whole lot else, but we had some time together. It was really great. And then I went back to Germany, and I would talk to my mom occasionally. And this is one of my biggest things I can be grateful to him for, is that he was the one that called me on March 28th, give or take, 1998. And he said, Terry, it's time for you to come home. And I said, I just talked to mom yesterday. She said she was fine. Now, the doctors, she's dying of cancer. They gave her 3 months. She took 9. So thank goodness for that. He called, and we hadn't really talked for don't have to get into why. But he called and he said, you need to come home. You need to come home right now. I said, okay. I got off the phone. I called my commander and I said, I'm going to California. And the Air Force actually paid for it. Thank God. I was the first sergeant by that time, and I could make it happen that I didn't have to even, I got home on an emergency hop, and that was, in 2005, he came to my U.S. Air Force retirement ceremony. And being there, he says, I have to be there at the end because I was there at the beginning. And that was really nice. I'm very grateful that he was there. Some real good news. In 2009, my 50th birthday, by that time, he was becoming the king of the high desert broadcasting. He's performing here and there. He took just what he knew and his own basic personality, and he moved it into a career, and that was really, really neat. So we could always make each other laugh. And at the very end of my father's life, in August of 2021, we hadn't really been in touch for a bit. I knew what was going on in his life. We were in a group chat where a messenger thing with my Rosales siblings. And so I knew what was going on with them a little bit. But we buried my dad. We were both pallbearers. So we were standing next to each other the whole time. And Maria was there. She took a video just showing he's buried at Rose Hills. And he took a video of that. And the very first thing you hear is Mario saying something and me laughing. And I didn't look at that video again until a few days ago. And I thought, oh, I'm so glad we had that, because honestly, I didn't remember. He gave me a big hug. He told me he loved me. That was the thing. But we had that last moment at the end, including the day before he died. My brother Memo posted this thing from Facebook, looked just like her dad, and we kind of laughed over it in this group chat. And I'm glad I did that with him. I could say a lot more, but I'm sure you don't want to hear a lot more. I'm going to hijack the TV in a second, and I'm going to show you a little slideshow that is going to close out my thoughts. Since I've already sung the song, I'm not going to do it.
Let me know if you need this back, because I was fiddling with it so I could put the slides on while you spoke.
Honestly, I don't know. Let me see what happens.
About 2 hours ago.
Okay, so when my daughter Maria turned 40, and I made a video, and I thought, oh, it'd be nice if I could do that, but I didn't have time to do that before I came out here. I tried to do it on my iPhone, but it thinks they're smarter than you are, and it just doesn't work. So I had to do the next best thing, and I made this. That is not me playing the piano. That is me singing though.
There is a small window missing in the phone. A rare embracing ring, so special to recall. A smile so warm and wide, it puts such enchantment to share. All I've wanted was so many days have come and gone. Days turned into years. Now we're searching for a smile, finding back our days. There is a small window off to make its way. There is a smile we love, come from us today. A touching rhythm that keeps so wonderful and so please remember this.
It's not done yet. I changed the settings and it lost the perfect timing. It's almost over.
Thank you, Terry.
Well, I'm not done yet. I apologize. So I completely forgot because putting this stuff together, bringing this and that, I really wanted to emphasize how we were important in each other's lives in a way that people, siblings can do that, or there are people in your lives that can be like that, that are just vitally there. And just to show you, I've been scanning pictures and stuff, and my room in Keesler Air Force Base. On the wall were posters drawn, hand drawn from Mario, and there's one of them. All right. And then because he was an F4 crew chief, he did that one for me. And then when he was getting into the movies, you know, well, Henry will talk about that stuff a little bit more. He got me, this is from some store in Hollywood that sells things that have been props for TV shows. Langford is where Roseanne and Dan Connor live on Roseanne and now the Connors. He gave me one of his tapes, his demo tapes. And it says to Terry, thanks for all your support. We may not have been as close as we had been, but we're still important to each other. And I've got something else, but I'll just show it to them. I just wanted to say that while I have the opportunity to tell, especially my older siblings, I'm so glad you're here. Because I don't know if this might be the last time I see any of you. We don't know that. We don't know that. Showing up is really important. And the people that make the effort, Mario was one of those that made the effort to show up for people when he could, and especially for my kids. 3 of my kids lived in California. Maria did, Ben did, and Brian did. And he was there. You know, they all have stories. They're not all like happy or great or good or funny, because he probably was supposed to die about a week before, but he was always late. So, you know, he took his time, and I appreciate you listening to me and allowing me to share my personal memories. Talk to everybody in the whole building that you're related to. Don't waste any time. This is all we have. I do have one more thing I have to say, and I don't know if you ever read any Jack London, All the While. This was said by Ray Fiennes at the end of the movie No Time to Die, which is the Daniel Craig last James Bond movie, which is what I saw on Saturday, the day before Mario died. The proper function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days in trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. Thank you. Thank you. And now Henry. Oh shoot, I forgot. When he was in Germany, he made me a pop sing. Then I've been carrying it around for.
That's a tough act to follow.
Not a professional.
I would like to do this. My son Henry, his wife Mia, my grandson Lucas, and my grandson Ethan
And the
are
grandson.
here. I would like them to insert, we're gonna move that table that's out there and move it over here into the sunlight. I want you guys to serve yourself a plate. In 15 minutes, I have a slideshow. It's about 10 minutes. It's a little lighter. It'll explain the pop sing for those of you who weren't clear on what the obsession is with this little, that's a pop sing, okay? So this is gonna be Pop Sing 101, more pictures, and I put 2 hours into the opening slide, so you better like it. Mostly because I kept hitting undo. Okay, so let's take 15 minutes. There's 2 restrooms, by the way. There's one here and there's one over there. I've only been living in this house for 3 months. We got it back after renting it out for years and years. So good to be back, but it's sorry about some of the rustic conditions. See you in 15 to 17.5 minutes. Plus or minus 2.5 minutes. Not at all.
Yeah.
That video.
You need a remote?
We'll be back. You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, there was more I wanted to say, but I didn't have time. I mean, I didn't want to. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I should say that. Oh, I should say that. And then I can't read my notes. It's not printed out, and I'm not reading things off the screen. It's on really sad.
Come on, everyone, join in today. Come on, everyone, join in today.
My inner kids. The cheesecake shop. Yeah, it's playing over there. So playing.